Sometimes a really big story starts with something super simple, like a leaky roof. Today we're going to dig into a recent public works announcement out of South Africa, and you'll see how fixing one hospital's infrastructure is about so much more than just construction. It's actually about a national vision. So let's get right into it.
So this is really the big question we're tackling today. Because think about it, this isn't just about hammers and nails. We're talking about public health, economic opportunity, and even long-term strategic planning. It's kind of wild how one single targeted project can create such massive ripple effects.
All right, so first things first, let's get a handle on the actual problem here and, where this is all going down.
Okay, so the hospital at the center of all this? It's Addington Hospital. And this isn't just any hospital. It's a major healthcare hub for the entire Durban area, and that's one of South Africa's biggest cities. So you can imagine, when a place like that starts to fail, it's not just a problem with the building. No way. It's a serious threat to the health of the whole community.
So you've got this critical problem. The big question is, who's going to step in and fix it? Well, that brings us to the Development Bank of Southern Africa, or the DBSA.
So what did the DBSA do? They put out this formal call. Officially, it's RFP022/2026. But basically, it's for a roof replacement and some big infrastructure upgrades. The title sounds pretty straightforward, right? But believe me, the process it sets in motion, that's where this gets really interesting.
Now, you might see that term RFP and wonder what the heck it is. It stands for Request for Proposal. And if you're not in this world, it's basically how big organizations get major projects done. The key thing to know is that it's not just about finding the cheapest person for the job. Not at all. It's about asking qualified experts to come forward and say, here's my master plan, here's my vision, my timeline, my whole strategy for how to nail this. And this quote from the announcement, it just nails it. It shows you exactly why this RFP thing is so important. See, the DBSA isn't just trying to hire some crew to slap on a new roof. Nope. They're looking for a partner, someone to manage the whole shebang, right from the very first drawings all the way to the final sign-off.
Okay, so a partner, what does that even mean in this context? Let's take a look at the actual blueprint for getting this project off the ground. The company that wins this bid, they get a pretty fancy title. They become the Professional Service Provider, or PSP for short. Just think of them as the project's guardian angel, or maybe its lead architect. They're the ones responsible for making sure everything goes right from day one until it's all done. And when I say they're responsible for everything, I mean everything. Their job is huge. First, they have to do all the technical checks to figure out, what's really wrong. Then they have to come up with the detailed architectural and engineering designs. After that, they literally write the rule book for the contractors who will do the building. And finally, they're on-site supervising the whole construction process and making sure it's all up to snuff. I mean, talk about a massive responsibility.
So, a job this massive, right? It's definitely not for just anyone. It needs a very specific set of skills. So who exactly can answer this call? Who is the DBSA looking for?
Well, what's cool is that it's not just one type of company. The DBSA has really opened the door to all kinds of specialists. We're talking engineering consulting firms, architecture and design companies, construction project management gurus, even these big multidisciplinary infrastructure advisors. The real secret sauce here is finding a team with the perfect mix of hands-on technical know-how and top-down management skills.
And here's a really critical point. Experience matters. A lot. The DBSA is making it clear they need a firm that's been there, done that. Because let's be real, fixing a public hospital is a whole different ballgame than fixing your garage roof. You've got tons of complex rules, public safety is paramount, and oh yeah, you have to figure out how to do all this work while the hospital is still running. That's a huge challenge.
Okay, so now I want you to take a step back with me. Let's zoom out. Because this one project in Durban, it's not happening in a vacuum. It's actually a piece of a much, much bigger national plan. Think of the Addington Hospital project as just one piece of a giant puzzle. It slots perfectly into South Africa's nationwide strategy to upgrade its public healthcare system. This isn't just about fixing what's broken today. This is real, strategic, long-term thinking.
And this is where you can really see how the dots connect. The small goal, the micro goal, is to fix one hospital's roof, but that directly serves the huge macro goal of making the entire public health system stronger and more resilient. Every single time a project like this succeeds, it builds more and more momentum for that bigger national plan.
But wait, there's another layer to this. This isn't just about public health.
This is also a huge deal for the economy. A project like this is a massive opportunity. For all those local engineering, design, and construction companies, getting one of these DSBA contracts is like a golden ticket. It's a gateway into big, publicly funded projects. That means more jobs, and it means building up a ton of local skill and expertise. So that brings us right back to our big question from the start. This project, it's about fixing a roof? Sure. But it shows us that to really build a foundation for the future, you need so much more than just concrete and steel. You need smart planning, you need clear, transparent processes like these RFPs, and most of all, you need to understand that investing in something as simple as a hospital roof is, in the end, an investment in the health, the economy, and the future of an entire nation.